everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Music Box. I've got an amazing artist with me today. I've got Jake Riley. Old school, jazz, soul. I've just had the pleasure of sitting in the booth while you were in the Music Box, and it was phenomenal.
Thank you.
So tell me, how did you find it?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
I found it, good, because I'm used to studios, but, it's nice to sing in front of people because they can give you feedback and everything.
You can vibe off the
Yeah.
energy that's in the room.
Yeah.
Good.
Because it's just you and nervous looking around, what's happening. But when someone's there with you, you're a bit calmer because it's like a little gig.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why it did feel like a little intimate gig because there was quite a few people in the room. Everyone was so excited to hear you singing as well. So, from the vibe that I got, you have really old school influences. So tell us a little bit about your genre of music.
I like the R&B, rhythm and blues, soul, and jazz, and I do like some modern songs.
Yeah.
But my style is the old 60s, 70s, and all that.
Now, we were just talking just beforehand, and I think your connection to your nan is really, evident. So, do you think that your nan's had a bit of an influence to what type of music you sing?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's really, we'll talk a little bit about your songs that you've performed for us today. But the vibe that we're getting is very old school, brass band type vibes. So all I could imagine when I was talking to you before is you and your nan sitting there and she's got the music playing and you're singing your head off.
Well, when I used to go stay with me nan, because she was in her 90s and that, I'd just be singing along around the house. And then you'd say to me, Jake, don't you sing any hymns, lads? Because she was like a church crowd every
That's
Sunday.
such a Scouse nan.
So, will you learn me some later, nan, then I'll sing them with you. So, because lad, it's nice singing forever and blues, but can you sing something about God?
Oh,
maybe later, nan. Maybe later. and music clubs that I go to, she'd call them song and dance. Because she'd show me off. Oh, you song and dance, lads.
Oh.
So it was all right, nan. Then she'd be on to her phone to her mate. Jake's just come back.
Oh, I love that though. Nans are you're
Show
always your
off.
biggest fan, aren't they? And she just raves about you to everybody who listen.
All my other nans do as well. Like family parties. I'm the family karaoke.
Oh yeah.
They'd ring me in advance. Say, look, we're having a party. Could you bring your mic and your speaker? No one else has to go on after you. Just sing for the full
I
hour.
hope you start billing them.
I might try and start billing them.
So, what got you into music? How long have you been singing for?
As long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I used to listen to music when I was little, but I only started wanting to do it professionally when I was about 13.
Okay.
So I wanted to do this as a job.
That's young to know what you wanted to know, which direction.
When I was in a music lesson in school.
Yeah.
Playing music and that's when I knew I really wanted to be a singer. Yeah. And from there, I've always wanted to be a singer. And
you've not conformed to the way that modern music works as well, which is what I really like and respect about you, because you've brought your own flair and you're incorporating different genres into your performances.
Yeah.
So because you write your own songs as well, don't you, which is amazing. So when you're writing, what do you think about is it personal experiences, or do you kind of go from your surroundings?
Surroundings, or making something up on the spot, making a story up just to write the words down.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not personal, but you're taking ideas from different people.
Yeah.
Like what's going on in the world or what's going on. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's actually interesting that you mentioned that, because the second song that you sang is relevant to a lot of things that are going on on now, don't you? So we will touch on that a little bit in a moment. So tell me about, I know that you said, when you're doing your songwriting and stuff, sometimes you might wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You just have to whip your phone out.
Sleep.
Yeah.
And then I'd wake up because a good song, even if it's a lyric or a phrase, and because I switched my phone off, I'm panicking in case I forget it. So I've switched it on quick, and I'm saying it over and over in my head because I'm panicking.
So you don't forget.
And because I'm panicking, I get my passcode wrong.
And then you're trying not to forget what you've got, and
And sometimes I've done that and I forgot it, so
Oh,
Hopefully it'll
it
come
wasn't
back.
worth keeping
Yeah.
then if that's the case.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your performance history. Where have you been gigging? What have you got on the cards?
Well, obviously because we've been like
Lockdown.
lockdown, I've just been concentrating on writing
Mhm.
and learning like instruments and all that. Before that, I played in Park Street,
Yeah.
Studio 2, and last year I played at a music festival by Everton with the Shrewsbury Club.
Oh
I go
wow.
there sometimes with my friends because they're in a band, and there's like 3 music rooms, so I'll have one, and then my friends will have their band will be in one. Then they'll call me and we'll like do covers of like a Beatles song and stuff like that. So then they asked me me and them as well, different artists, to play at that festival. And because I had the songs were a bit uplifting.
Yeah. That's a perfect way to describe your music, actually.
Yeah, and because the songs I picked was like uplifting for everyone to just, they knew they could relax and just dance.
Yeah.
I ended up being the end act, even though I was only the second.
Yeah.
So as I'm ending the festival, the one who was supposed to be the actual headliner was packing up as I was singing on stage, but he was singing along with me.
Oh, that's nice then.
So,
good camaraderie.
So,
Yeah, just to make sure that,
Yeah.
artists are supporting each other and stuff. That's nice that he was
Yeah.
singing along, because he could have been a
Yeah.
bit like, oh my God, you stole my last spot.
Yeah.
That's good then. So where do you see yourself performing? Where do you see yourself performing in the future?
Hopefully, arenas.
Yeah.
I might be dreaming a bit big, but
No
okay,
dream
it's a
is too
dream,
big.
You know,
No dream is too big, honey.
hopefully
You've got to
it's a
aim high.
yeah, hopefully arenas, stuff like that, like
Yeah.
theatres.
Well, you've kind of already. I was going to say who's your dream collaboration, but I know that you've already kind of collaborated with a few celebrities,
Yeah.
honey. So
Yeah.
tell us about who you've
Well,
sang
I've
with.
met some like famous people. Like I've sang. I've met a couple of times Billy Ocean. He was
Yeah.
really nice. I went to see him in Newquay. When there's a festival down there called Tunes in the Dunes. So we were on Perranport Beach all day, and I was like right at the front. And then after the show, we went back to it was like a little pub restaurant like on the corner side of the beach. We sat talking to each other for a couple of hours, and he was telling me about songs, how he started off. And my favourite song by him is Love Really Hurts Without You, which I actually won a school talent show singing that song.
Oh my God!
And
Did
I
you
showed
tell him
him-
that? Was
I
you
showed
like,
him the video of it,
oh wow?
and then he was telling me how he started writing it, and next minute we started singing it together. So that's
And
like
I've actually seen the video,
dream
and it was
come
like
true.
so cool.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
I've-
oh my God, that's amazing.
and I've followed him, on Instagram since then, and I'll always like put a comment saying, "Hope you're all okay," or "Have fun on the tour," and then next minute it'll come up, Billy Ocean officials like your comments, or like your picture, and it's like me and him together.
Oh wow, that is so cool. And you've
So-
actually got a little bit of
Yeah.
you've got music in the blood through your family, haven't you? So
yeah,
tell us a
one
little
of-
bit about
one
that.
Of, my uncles or great uncles, it was like years ago, in like the 60s and all that. They were it was in a famous country band called the Hillsiders, and every time I see him, I always tell him to tell me stories about the days, and they've played at the Grand Ole Opera in America
Oh
and
wow.
Nashville, and they said when they played at the Cavern, they shared dressing rooms with the Beatles and and Jerry and the Pacemakers and all that. So,
That is unreal, isn't
so
it?
I've got something to tell to people like famous.
Yeah, you've got a story to
You know,
tell, and also you've also
mentioned the
got that.
Beatles, so
Yeah, and also you've got that blood running through you. That obviously
Yeah.
music is just a big, huge part of your
Yeah.
life.
and Billy Ocean, he gave me a good advice, because I was telling him, because when I met him I was just starting off songwriting, and he always said to me, good advice what he gave me, and I've always kept it with me.
Cool.
He said, when you're doing singing and songwriting, don't always do it for money. You obviously make money along the way, but don't do it always for money. Do it because it makes you happy and you want to make your audience happy.
That is
So
such
that's what I've
good
always done.
advice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, but you still gotta put food on the table, huh?
I know, yeah.
But no, I think that is so true, because you really do have to follow your passions, and sometimes at first you don't really make any money from your passions, but I think the more you stick to it and the more you own your craft, then
Yeah.
eventually, hopefully, that's where you will end up towards it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you released last September.
Well, it was like a little project I was working on in like the studio where I go, And they said, when you make like a little EP, you know, see how it goes, little four original tracks. I said, yeah, okay, yeah. So we did that. And one of the songs we played before, because I already did it, I recorded that.
Yeah.
Because we were making like a little album, we had to like do it also a click track, so it's proper for like an album. So we did that, released 4 songs that were recorded, and
did you
it was
enjoy the
good.
process of it,
Yeah,
and then
it was
like
good.
seeing
I
your
mean, it
baby
was-
come to life?
It was weird seeing it,
Yeah.
you know, when you see it on like Spotify and like, oh, that's me.
Like, oh my god, I'm on Spotify.
Yeah.
So just so
It
you
was
know,
good.
guys, you can find the music all on
Yeah.
Spotify. Are you on
Yeah.
any other platforms as well?
iTunes and that, you know, different
Yeah,
little
all
things
the
like
all
that.
the
Yeah,
all the other
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the 2 songs that you've just performed
Okay.
for us then. So the first song that you sang for us
Yeah.
is Stand By Me.
Yeah.
So
No, it's not like a cover of the Benny King one. Because when I
No.
started writing that, I was worried about it.
yeah,
Because when people say "Stand by Me," they think of the one that was
Benny
in the
King.
film.
Yeah.
So I was looking through and said, well, Oasis got a song with the same name and, you know, Elvis and everything.
Yeah.
So as long as it's original and not copied off it,
No, and it is.
I'd be okay.
Yeah.
So
And to be honest, that song is such a deep love song. The thing that gets me about you is that it's literally like you're an old soul. It's like you've
I've
been here
been told
before.
that.
Yeah.
by
And I
family
think
all that.
that really comes across in your music, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when you were writing that, did you have anybody in mind, or did you just
No, just wrote it.
Did you just wrote
Just
it? I
wrote
mean,
it.
that's some skill.
Yeah.
I love the concept that you mentioned, that it was kind of like writing a love letter.
Mm.
So instead of, you know, people losing the craft of writing, you've decided to put it into a song.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing. Like,
Like,
what
you know,
what
one
made you?
writes, like letters to each other anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's all, you know, Instagram or Snapchat.
Yeah.
You know, I am on Instagram. I'm not writing letters to everyone. You know, it's like just to build a story around it.
Yeah. To be
So-
fair, I love that idea of being able to write
It
letters.
could be for anyone. If someone's away or
Yeah, because you do miss people, don't you? And you need, I think, especially like with what we've been going through,
yeah,
and with lockdown and everything, it is showing you that you do need people to stand around
Yeah.
you and, you know, to stand by me. I love the words of the song as well. I just think it was really, it really connected.
So when I recorded it, it took 1 take
Wow,
to record it.
that's like amazing. You were just like, mic drop, I'm done. Give me back the money for the studio time. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about the second song, which is my favourite. So when we were sitting in the studio with you before, obviously you had your headphones on, so
Yeah.
the music was in the background. This
Yeah.
song is called Sometimes, and it's a real power ballad. And when we were sitting there, obviously it was hard for us to try and match what you were singing to, because we couldn't hear the music, so it was on your headphones.
Yeah.
But I imagined you were singing this kind of Michael Bublé, like big brass
'Cause to
band in the
use it was like a
background.
cappella.
Yeah, it was
'cause there
all a
was no
cappella
music.
because we couldn't
Like
hear the
a
music. Yeah, exactly. So then when we heard the music, I was like, wow, that just makes so much sense, and it really works together. So
Yeah.
is that like the kind of music that sets you on fire?
Yeah, I mean, I like that the old-fashioned style of it, like the Sinatra type with all the strings and the instruments, bit like that.
And now you mentioned the strings. Tell us what you did with those strings, honey. Tell us.
when I wrote the song with like a friend of mine and like a club that I go to, like a music club, and so he made the piano. I said, look, I'll put up on the screen, you get the strings on the instruments on the keyboard, play it through a couple of times, see what you can do with it. So as I'm playing, I'm just messing around, and the strings that's on it weren't planned. I just went with my fingers went on the keyboard.
You just
thought
added
about
it.
it fit in.
It's just a little bit of magic, honey.
Yeah.
I love that. So, where do you see yourself performing next? What's next on the cards for you?
Well, hopefully, because lockdown, hopefully things will get back to normal soon. People
Are you
can,
doing any online gigs that people can tune into?
not at the moment. Just concentrating like playing instruments and writing songs, different things like that.
Yeah, you did mention that you're learning to play the guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I thought, while in lockdown, use the time. Because if you've
Wisely.
got a guitar, you know, play it, because it'll just be sitting in the corner
Yeah.
doing nothing. So,
And nobody puts the guitar in the corner.
no. So I thought it'd be a good time to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
So then, when I come into the studio, I could come in with things that I've written on the guitar. So get things half done quicker.
It's good to get a bit of a
Yeah.
melody as well,
Yeah.
using the guitar in the
'Cause I could have
background.
like a head start before they go in like a week later or something.
Yeah, that's
So-
amazing.
So
But yeah, so where can our viewers find your socials?
On Instagram,
Yeah,
there's a Jake Riley official, and it's just I haven't put much up because of everything, but it's just like little covers
yeah.
of like some of me.
People like that though, don't they?
songs.
They love having it.
Yeah,
I love to see the way people rework like original
Mm.
songs, because I think when you rework an original song, that kind of shows your identity a little bit.
yeah,
You sort of see the difference.
yeah. So it's like pictures of like doing covers of my songs that I like. Picture of like little gigs that I've been to or done.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, just things like that.
So we've got Instagram, Jake
Yeah.
Riley official,
Yeah.
and then we've got Twitter.
That's just Jake Riley and all that.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Cool.
it's
Any YouTubes?
You'll find me on there
Yeah.
somewhere. You'll find me.
Plug yourself. This is your chance. Okay, fab. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming on to the
Thank
show.
you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with your journey.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for tuning in today. It's been Meg Vincetta, part of the Music Box with Jake Riley.
Thank you.
Bye guys.
Bye.